We talk a lot about the things that people today get to experience that people in the past had no hopes of even dreaming about, like how we have AI generative videos that can create SpongeBob getting a DUI, which I know is pretty glorious whenever I said that. But on many levels, if you ignore the copyright infringement and possible AI explosion that's looming in the background, something I think that's lost in this conversation is the fact that there are several things that they could do in the past that we have no hope of doing today. And what I mean by that isn't in terms of like the boogeyman of cancel culture, but in the way that human beings will never work this hard to do something like this ever again. What's been playing behind me is, of course, the prime example of this concept, which is the famous train wreck scene from the Buster Keaton film The General, which is one of the greatest silent films ever made. Like, seriously, if you haven't watched it, go and watch that. But it features what you can see is based off of the single most expensive shot in silent film history. When Buster Keaton decided that this movie had to have a train crash scene, that meant that they had to build a bridge that was ready to break, get a train, and then actually crash the train. The town declared a local holiday so everyone could go and watch this spectacle of a train crashing off of this bridge. And thousands of people showed up. And once the train was done, they didn't go and clean it up. It just stayed in the riverbed for years until the 40s, whenever they had to scrap it for scrap metal during World War II. And when Buster Keaton is doing the stunts in this film, like hanging off the front of the train and dodging obstacles, he actually just had to do that. There were absolutely no safety features whatsoever in the making of this film. If Buster Keaton made one wrong step, this actually just became a snuff film. And there's something about this that I think is lost in the modern era. Not that I necessarily think the actors should be one slip away from, being in like a meme heaven post on Facebook. And I also don't think it's great to have hundreds of trains and rivers every time that a Marvel movie wants to up the ante. But I also have to say that while obviously there have been very many more impressive spectacles that have been put to film, there's something about this that the past has that the present does not, which I suppose is the thing that you have to lose to get those sweet, drunk SpongeBob videos.